second tier below the triplets in the defending champions power, but both hot. Last 2 games, enemies 3-0, Trilogy 2-0. Trilogy kind of, Coach Kenyon Martin switched up the lineup, got a little different energy. Enemies kind of.
As you take a look at the roster brought to you by State Farm, you have Arenas, you have Craig Smith, you have Perry Jones, who's had a hot hand, but Royce White, first year in the Big Three, he has made his presence known. I guarantee you, because he's got a challenge here with the State Farm roster for Trilogy. Jason Terry, the Jet, but it has been David Hawkins in the last 2 weeks when they beat Power and Kill. Previously unbeaten Power and Killer 3's last 2 weeks, and so Trilogy, White on the wing, gets the first one up. That's a long 2 for White.
What, they were still the defending champs, and since that game they've been able to roll off W's. So the mental part of winning a key game when you need it, you know, now what that did is gave this team a lot more confidence, stuck with the rotation they had, enabled them to continue with that. Can also be your post players and set picks.
Jones off the bounce. Perry Jones, shake, tough. 2 goes for Perry Jones. Frank Robinson. Jones has the board. Second chance, kick out. Smith nails the 3. Craig Smith.
Now making the play, and Craig Smith showing why, you know, he's averaging 21, little under 22 points a game.
Woo. And then another nice dish.
Dots, the quick to, you know, they're quicker to the basketball, getting layups. Speaking of layups, Hawk right.
He's with Royce White and Gilbert Arenas both on the bench right now for the enemies. Hawkins attacks down the baseline, drops it off at the last second, and O'Brien flies in. Kick out, triple. White. Hawkins on Jones. 5 to shoot. Step back. 2 for Hawkins and a tough step back. Robinson guarded by David Hawkins.
Great D right there, and helped by James White.
Chance to give Trilogy its first. James White creating his own shot on Smith from the.
Royce also is very tuned in and dialed into, you know, MMA fighting. You know, once we were last night, you see a big shot again by for being in shape and playing would be kind of a catalyst. But Craig Smith, I think he said it best. He came in ready to play.
And so did Royce White.
Speaking about in terms of basketball, you know, just the love of the sport and what he wants to accomplish out of it.
White's been a big presence for the enemies as well. First year. Craig Smith, 6 years in the NBA. Last stop of the Blazers. So by 2. Hawkins crossover, takes it in White. That's a goaltend, count the bucket. Trilogy as well. Been big off the bench, part of Trilogy's success in the back-to-back. James White, tough 2 around Arenas.
And actually was going in, but how about the balance and coordination and then the soft touch creativity to spin it off the glass and get the 2.
Perry Jones nails it. Triple in the corner for Perry Jones. Back to a 1.
But again, the first time you play 3-on-3, you think you got it down packed until you kind of get into it. And now as you play C. Arroyo with the 3-point shot, you find little wrinkles, and then you start to find a comfort zone on where your game fits in. With
top 4 teams make the playoffs. First stop New Orleans and on to LA for the championship. Arenas floater on Arroyo, rattles it home. Agency.
You know, kind of get a couple consecutive defensive stops, get a couple offensive possessions, put yourself in a good position as a leader going into halftime. And speaking about offensive possessions, right now, Hawk just can't be stopped.
Hawk, 2 stored for the enemies. Then the Hawk has gotten hot. Arenas trying to answer on Arroyo, poked away. Hawkins saves it. Easy 2 for Arroyo off the steal.
Now Trilogy, who has momentum, is able to just, you know, grab the basketball and then finish inside. So if I'm Rick Mahorn in that last huddle, one, let's stop beating ourselves, step to foul. But Kenyon Martin wants Royce to have to stay on the perimeter and shoot that jump shot. But beautiful move inside, good defense, didn't finish. Craig Smith
kept it alive though. Tap out, second chance. Now Arroyo fight for the loose ball. Hawkins wins it. David Hawkins clears, crossing over. Hawkins on Smith. The Hawk. 3. Couldn't stick it. Follows his miss. Offensive rebound for Hawkins. Fresh shot clock, so now it's Arroyo crossing over Smith, creating for the Hawk. Hard to the rim. Hawk finally finishes it off. It was 8 for the last 13. And now Smith. This is a critical one. You got 2-2 Trilogy, enemies at 3-1. Enemies have won 3 straight. Trilogy back to the hands of the Hawk.
Yeah, good D that time. And you see Gilbert Arenas starting the second half along with Royce Wright, giving you a little bit more maybe offensive firepower. But the defense right now with the enemies is...
White buries the triple to give Trilogy its largest lead. 8 straight for Trilogy, an 11-0 run quickly comes to an end.
I like the move
with his hand after getting called for the foul. Patrick O'Brien. Hawkins 21 each of the last 2 weeks in Trilogy wins. Hawkins finds O'Brien inside. O'Brien able to spin it in. And the big man for Trilogy.
You see how far O'Brien is playing back off of Royce right now. It's 2 things with that. One, he was able to get the shot up, an offensive rebound, and then put it back in.
Goaltend count the 2. White has the board. White, quick flip. Smith in the corner for 3. Off the assist. Attacking James White, right at Smith. White inside, strip, draws a foul. He has 14 so far. White has the board. Gilbert Arenas left wide open, couldn't make him pay. James White the board. Hawkins crossing over. Hawkins attacks Smith. O'Brien follow. 3rd chance. How about a 4th chance? How about a 5th chance? Nearly had it. O'Brien just couldn't finish, and that's what happens when you get 4.
But not able to get it in.
So now Royce White in tight. Block. Looks like White got a piece of it, and now finally something goes in for... Arenas trying to spark the enemies. O'Brien got a piece of it, so that is an easy...
Yeah, I mean, that was an obvious push-off. I mean, so now Royce sold it a little bit more, but it worked in his favor. Beautiful pass.
Arroyo to O'Brien.
You have to, but I tell you what, that was good D that time by Sam Young by maintaining his position and not going for the multiple pump fakes.
Arroyo forced to take a tough 2. Enemy stepping it up on D. Robinson past Arroyo, drops it off. Smith couldn't finish. Foul. Cole. And this one on just 3 for 10 from the floor for Craig Smith. So
manufacture some kind of pick and roll, get to the basket.
Smith faces up, gathers Smith, tough 2. It's been tough all day.
By Craig Smith inside.
Arroyo now with Sam Young on the post. Young hasn't scored yet in the game. After 13 last week, Young on Smith. That's a tough 2. Smith fouled from behind. But only 4 for 12 shooting now. Smith won Jermaine beat, but because that arm goes out, it's an easy call.
Easy call.
4-point shot, Hawkins won't go. Smith clears, attacks on Arroyo.
Good help that time by David Hawkins on the double.
Hawkins takes it away, attacking, trying to close it out. Arroyo triple. Off the look from Hawkins.
Attack drew the defense, made the right play to Arroyo for that open 3.
Smith in the paint, backs his way in. Follow won't go and got a foul. See if he can make a shot.
That's it. Listen, the game of basketball, listen, you play defense, you rebound, you pass the ball, you shoot when you're open, okay? I mean, it's real. It's like 10. You can make a run, especially having a 4-point shot here, but also getting yourself in the penalty, being able to retain possession. See, right here, now you got a opportunity. Now it's an 8-point.
Arroyo up a hard screen from James White. Arroyo step back 3 on Smith. Well short. Jones has the board. Tries to clear it into the hands of Arroyo. And now Hawkins right back. Arroyo 3. And Carlos Arroyo's hustle.
Arroyo missed on the opposite side, but he squared himself back up in the corner. Hawk made the right play once again.
Rolls out for Smith. That's the way it's gone all day for the big scores for the enemies. Hawkins hits the low.
Right play. Craig, it comes back. and it rewards you later on. And that time, Hawk able to get right back and knock in the three. Finish this play, finish this game off.
Hawkins to try and close it out. Hawkins in tight on Jones. Banging. Gives it up Arroyo. Still time. 5 to shoot. Arroyo crossover. Arroyo blocked at the last second. Smith has the easy 2. And Hawkins on the wings. James White has it on Craig Smith. And he will end it himself with the wave to the enemies. A 3rd straight win for Trilogy.